This morning, Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market had a quick and sharp correction, but now it's starting to head back to the upside. Unfortunately, it looks like there might be a little bit of resistance above us, so are we going to continue to the upside, or are we going to get rejected here and have a retracement? I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit raspy today because I feel a little bit sick, but if you appreciate me rolling out of bed and giving you guys the news, then please hit that like and subscribe button because I'm going to be keeping you guys updated along the whole bull market. As you can see this morning, Bitcoin did have a little bit of a correction, dipping down to about $68,500. Fortunately though, it looks like we did find some support here at this previous level of resistance, and this turned out to just be a wick on this what looks like a hammer candle, and you probably didn't have much time to buy the dip because we're already almost back up to where we were this morning. If I zoom out just a little bit here though, you can see that we're pretty much, it looks like, repeating this pattern that we've had a few times actually in the past few weeks, where Bitcoin will go to the upside and then make this like square root kind of symbol. That was really ugly, let me try that again. But yeah, it'll just dip down really quick before coming up, and then it'll make like a little bit of a lower high right here before retracing and then going back to the upside a little bit more slowly. We've seen this one happen on a bigger scale, right, like this one, but then also if you look down here, we have another smaller one where we did pretty much the same pattern, and now it looks like maybe we're doing the same thing where we came up, had a sharp rejection, and now it looks like at the time of recording, actually, we're starting to put in this little lower high, but now if we can actually find some support here, and we don't actually fill this wick up or make a lower low, then I think we might actually just continue back to the upside like we have the past couple of times we saw this pattern form. That combined with what looks like a bullish divergence here on the hourly RSI and that possible hammer candle like I showed you right here, I think we're probably going to be continuing to the upside because as you can see, we continue to put in these long wicked candles to the downside before we actually continue with the pump. Apparently this morning we had Drake posting a Michael Saylor video to his Instagram followers, and it looks like right after he posted this, the market actually dumped, and maybe that was a little bit of a short-term top signal just for a few hours, and some people are speculating that market makers were actually using Drake's followers as exit liquidity. As I keep saying though, any panic sellers or really any sales at all are going straight into the pockets of BlackRock because they have massive buying pressure that they have to uphold, and they have to accumulate Bitcoin and get ready for the bull market, or else they're going to be seeing a supply squeeze where they have to buy Bitcoin at elevated prices. According to this article on CoinDesk, we saw $360 million in liquidations this morning, and now that the bull market is back, people are starting to use much more leverage, which could cause more significant price swings like we're seeing right now, but they're going to be happening really quick, and it's going to be really risky to try to time these price swings and trade them. And in my opinion, this market's already volatile enough, so I don't use leverage. I'm just going to be holding on and trying to enjoy the ride because I know things are about to get really pumpy. Yesterday we got news that Trump suggested he is not going to crack down on Bitcoin, and I guess Biden took that personally because today he's trying to resurrect a 30% tax on mining, which Cynthia Loomis says would destroy the industry's foothold in the country. And in my opinion, it looks like the parties are starting to take sides on crypto, and if you want to see your portfolio go up, then it's pretty obvious which way you got to vote. This morning we saw Avalanche jumping up into the 10th place position, surpassing Shiba Inu in total market cap, and it looks like Avalanche is gaining because the gaming narrative is returning to cryptocurrency, and now that there's been a couple of years for these games to actually be developed, things could actually be really exciting in this bull market. And I've already saw some games that are pretty interesting, but now that the hype is coming back, I think all of the people that have been developing over the bear market are going to start to release their new products, and I think that crypto gaming could be one of the real big narratives that's going to cause alt season to kick off. And gaming and AI tokens, I think, are both going to be working together, and I think this sector is going to represent some really great opportunity for life-changing gains, because a lot of people have been speculating in the crypto space, and I agree with this sentiment, that gaming is probably going to be the actual thing that takes this whole cryptocurrency technology to the mainstream. Everybody always talks about a killer app that's going to onboard a bunch of people into cryptocurrency, and I think that one of those apps is going to be just a really good game that people are going to be enticed into buying NFTs or skins for, and this is going to demonstrate the real usability of cryptocurrency, and it could take cryptocurrency from being this abstract concept and turn it into something that people can actually wrap their heads around. In other finance news, it looks like we got the CPI this morning, and it has continued to heat up again, so maybe we're going to continue to see the Fed stick with their pause, and it might be a little bit longer until they actually start adding to their balance sheet and lowering those interest rates. But don't worry, because cryptocurrency is still going to benefit, because the government just can't stop printing money due to the national debt rising astronomically and the fiscal deficit that just continues to rise. There's no way that the government is going to slow down spending money enough to get things back under the gross domestic product, and as this continues to rise and the Fed keeps those interest rates high, just servicing this debt is going to become impossible without the Fed adding back to their balance sheet. It's just a matter of time until this reaches a breaking point, and since the Fed's bank term lending program that I've been talking about for some time is finally coming to an end, I think we're going to see these cracks forming in the system, and eventually Jerome Powell is just going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place, and he's either going to have to let the economy fall off a cliff, or he's going to lower those interest rates. And it looks like the elites are finally starting to admit that this is what's going to happen, because according to this article on CoinDesk, the greater fools are watching. It says, from Rockefeller Foundation to Donald Trump, critics who wrote Bitcoin autopsies are now examining their own heads. It's becoming quickly apparent that the government doesn't know what they're doing, and they're going to just keep spending money until the economy just hits a wall. If you go back and look at any history books, you can see that this cannot last forever, and eventually we are going to need another currency. And if you don't want to be under China's social credit system and using their digital yuan, and you don't want to use the Russian ruble, then you better hope that Bitcoin is the answer, because otherwise we're all going to be locked into an authoritarian financial system that's even worse than the one we live in now. Even if you don't believe that you need cryptocurrency so that you can escape the financial system, a breakout for Bitcoin to $350,000 can definitely change your life, and if history is any indicator, as Bitcoin rallies to these astronomical highs, altcoins are going to absolutely explode and make a whole bunch of people into millionaires. So let me know in the comments if you guys are scared by the little bit of a flash crash we've seen this morning, or do you think that cryptocurrency is finally going mainstream and it's going to take the financial industry by storm? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and most importantly, don't forget to do only good every day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.